What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one, and we got to talk about this Jay Williams, Stephen A. Smith today. Now, guys, we all know Stephen A. and Jay, they have a good working relationship. You know, Jay is oftentimes on First Take, and he'll come in during the basketball segments and debate with Stephen A. Smith. But we also know that at times, whenever they speak on social issues, or not even just that specifically, you can go to Kyrie Irving and the way they feel about how Kyrie has gone about several decisions he's made over the course of the last couple years. Their opinions vastly differ from one another. So it often leads to them having verbal sparring matches, but they get into it a lot, and it reaches a point where you like, uh-oh, where's this going? You know, and most recently had Stephen A. saying, you know, say what you gonna say, Jay, like he was baiting them to something else, right? And I'm gonna show you some of the arguments they've had in the past, but Jay Williams has actually responded to that, and there's been a lot of questions out there like whether he was intimidated when he stood down last time, and he actually gave a response to that on a podcast.
Family member, I've had COVID twice. I get it. I just want to be careful when we start going down this road that we're going to act like Kyrie Irving being vaccinated or not being vaccinated is going to change the minds of millions of people. Like, we start going down this road, when we start, but I'm just telling you how it feels some people, Stephen A. When you start calling people stupid, or you start calling people saying that they're selfish, and these things start going all over the internet, that creates a different narrative. And people start fighting back against that narrative. I'm just telling you how it is on the other side, Stephen A. I know you have your thoughts on how you see things.
What's the other side? What's the other side? The point is we're sitting here
being vaccinated, man. I'm just trying to tell you.
I didn't say you weren't. We're talking about you're the one that took it there, Jay.
We put a different kind of onus on our athletes than we do, and you made mention of that on your podcast.
I don't deny that.
Wait, so first off, I'm not the one.
I don't deny that.
I'm being sensitive.
I don't deny that.
But you're the one that seemed very emotional.
Oh my God.
In the subject matter, Stephen A.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Go ahead, Jay.
Come on, man.
Well, what I would ask you is do me a favor. Stop telling us what you find interesting and just tell us what you feel.
No, my job is to be interesting.
You say, I find it interesting. You always say that. Say what you're saying.
I don't seem to be the one being triggered right now.
Well, I'm always triggered.
No, you're not.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you are not.
What seems personal?
It seems personal for you.
For me with Kyrie?
Yes.
You
1,000,000%.
You of all people with all the interest you have got the nerve to sit here in national television and tell me I'm getting personal with a player?
We started off.
We both got a lot to say.
All right.
You do?
Yeah.
You do?
Okay,
Just say
guys,
it, Jay.
can I?
Just say it, Jay.
I'm not in here for that. I'm not in here for
Just
that.
say it, Jay.
I'm on your show.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right.
I wasn't intimidated playing against Kobe Bryant. What the hell makes you think I'm going to be intimidated going against Stephen A. Smith? I mean, I played against some of the best athletes in the world. I've sparred intellectually with some of the smartest people on this planet because of the rooms that I've been able to walk into. Obviously, graduating from Duke in 3 years, being involved in a multitude of different businesses and what I've been able to do via TV. So for me, I don't feel the need to back down from anybody.
So there it is, you know, Jay Williams responding to some of the things online. They were talking about Jay Williams' voice inflections, how he was trying to take his pitch up to let them know, you know, he was being non-confrontational and he wanted to keep it speaking. When Stephen A. Smith got aggressive, you know, people were questioning like, oh, you didn't keep that same energy when Stephen A. brought that energy in your direction. But one thing to remember is I feel like Stephen A. has been on the defensive since Terrell Owens said that Max almost seemed blacker than you, Stephen A. Or, you know, he'll see people on social media take Max's side whenever he would speak on social issues, and Stephen A. would speak from a different place and it wouldn't be well received within his own community. So I think when these hard conversations started happening, he felt ostracized by the African American community. So when it seems like he has a take that's not popular within the general African American community, and someone opposes that, especially if it's someone his color, like he got the same agitation he had with Terrell Owens, but he didn't go at Terrell Owens like that because I think it could have went somewhere he didn't want to go on live TV. So, but Jay Williams, you know, he went back at him pretty strong, knowing his temperament and everything. So that's what I feel like Stephen A. struggled with, you know, as far as having his takes and those not being popular within a a certain demographic, he feels like he's on the defensive. Because I feel like Jay was speaking from a perspective like, Stephen A, you mad about the vaccine, you mad about all these other things, Kyrie not being on the court. He said, I'm not absolving him, but he had, some things you're over the top on, and you don't keep that same energy for Dana White and some other people. I think that's his main point, and I don't think Stephen A likes to hear that, because it is true. If you go back and check his track record, then some of those guys get more of a pass than some of the people that shouldn't even be discussed as often, So Jay, he wasn't aggressive, but everybody knows, Jay isn't that type of dude. It's not going down like that on TV. For one, not even saying that he's a punk or nothing, but he's on TV. He's there to be professional, and there's no harm in that. That's what I want to see on TV. I want to see him talk about sports. I don't want to see them throw hands, actually. I want to see them talk about sports and bring up points about the game that make sense. Even if they're talking about something social like Kyrie Irving, I want to see both of their sides, because one thing about me is I may have my thoughts on a particular topic, but if someone brings some new information to the light that's useful and is really great critical thinking and gets my mind jogging a little bit, I'll consider it, because I don't know everything, and nor do I see everything the first time. But I feel like Stephen A was on the defensive, and Jay felt punked when he went back and watched this footage, and he saw what people were saying online when Stephen A got aggressive. So he felt the need to address that, to let him know that he wasn't afraid of Stephen A Smith saying he played against Kobe. He had verbal sparring matches with some of the most intellectual people on the face of the earth, and he definitely, going to Duke and all that, graduating in 3 years, he's a smart man, so no need to fear Stephen A Smith. So I don't know, man. It was interesting that he responded to that, because I think that last clip that just happened, where they had that blow up on First Take, that's been about 3.5 months ago, maybe 2 months ago, something like that, 2-3 months ago. It's been a little while, so it's an interesting time for him to respond to it now, but it must have been sitting in his mind. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, though, man. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.